Down on the bridge below, the young boy screams as a bear man stomps in front of the car, roaring in anger, but Batman kicks the beast in the head, smashing the front windshield. "Connor, move back from the windshield!" Batman shouts, smashing through the remaining glass, grabbing the boy. But more beasts come in as Batman fires his grappling hook. Before he could pull them to freedom, the beasts overwhelm them and drive Batman into the ground, blood seeping from his wounds. But I bet you're wondering how Batman got here. When we last left off, Beast Boy had turned into Starro, then lost his mind and began to conquer Earth by sending Beast Boy spores to change people into animals. Beast Boy will kill us all. Today we're covering Beast World 2 and the first story within the Gotham anthology. This is Comicstorian. We take comic books, turn them into audio dramas so you know what to add to your collection. If you enjoy this, look for us on Spotify or at Comicstorian Full Story right here on YouTube. Let's start with Titans Beast World Issue 2. Floating in deep space, Cyborg's vision finally reboots. He opens his eyes to find Raven floating next to him. "You're all right. I have you," she says softly as she reaches out for him. She asks if he remembers anything about what happened, and Cyborg discovers that his backup memory is blank from the last half hour. "Where's Gar?" Vic asks. Raven opens up a portal leading him back to Earth, where Vic is shocked to find the heroes fighting a massive Garro and its spores attacking the planet. "Gar, are you in there?" Raven calls out through her link, but there's no answer. Back on Earth, Animal Man is in shock as his link with the animal kingdom is suddenly bursting with new energy. But over in Bloodhaven, Batman and Nightwing are doing their best to defend the civilians from the animal rampage as people are overtaken by the spores. The two heroes pull people to safety, but one man is shouting that his son, Connor, was left behind in the car. "I'll get him," Batman growls as he leaps back into the fight. Down on the bridge below, the young boy screams as a bear man stomps in front of the car, roaring in anger, but Batman kicks the beast in the head, smashing the front windshield. "Connor, move back from the windshield!" Batman shouts, smashing through the remaining glass, grabbing the boy. But more beasts come in as Batman fires his grappling hook. Before he could pull them to freedom, the beasts overwhelm them and drive Batman into the ground, blood seeping from his wounds. Batman slides the grappling gun to Connor. "It's okay. Just hold on to this tightly and don't let go." Batman gasps to the boy as claws and teeth rip into him. "Don't be afraid. Your dad sent me and Nightwing is up there. He'll catch you. It's what he does," Batman says as he hits the button and the boy is pulled to freedom. Nightwing swings down on his own line, grabbing the boy, pulling him to his father. But Nightwing doesn't hesitate, leaping back down to save Batman, knocking the beast aside with kicks and his shock of scrimmers. "On a scale of 1 to Bane, how broken are you?" he asks as he knocks aside another monster. Batman shrugs off the concern, even though Nightwing points out that he can see one of Batman's bones. The two finally manage to leap to the safety of the rooftops, looking over the destruction and chaos of the city. "It was my call," Nightwing whispers in despair, but Batman points out that it was a good call at the time, and at least they still have a planet left to defend. "What's next?" Batman asks, forcing Nightwing to calm himself and think about the problem. "Safe havens and quarantine. We examine the beast people, learn everything that we can, work on how to undo this." But at that moment, there's a hiss behind them, and the two heroes turn as a snake woman steps from the building's stairwell. She launches forward, her mouth opening wide as venom spits out of her fangs. Batman grabs a hold of her jaws, holding them steady. "Knockout gas, right pocket!" he snaps to Nightwing, but before the young hero can react, the spores leap from the snake woman's mouth and into Batman's. Batman stumbles away as the woman returns to her human form. He then gasps, beginning to transform as he looks up at Nightwing. "Bruce, I'll bring you back. I'll bring everyone back," Nightwing tells his father. But as Bruce is beginning to transform, he begins to become a wolf man. As his eyes go from human to beast, he looks pleadingly at Nightwing. "Dick, please, don't let me hurt anyone!" he gasps, and the transformation is complete as he roars into the night. Back at Titan's Tower, Barbara Gordon is acting as Oracle, trying to coordinate the heroes' efforts. Her satellites look at Kahndaq when she sees a transformed Black Adam slaughtering his own people. "I need heavy hitters in Kahndaq now!" she shouts over the comms. Donna Troy and Starfire rocket towards the city, slamming into Black Adam. Starfire stuns him with an energy blast while Donna flies in, rocking him with a punch. It hits him so hard the buildings around them quake. But back in Bloodhaven, Nightwing is trying to defend himself from Bruce's attacks while asking Oracle for some backup. He seems to have all the same abilities without any restraint, Nightwing shouts as he blocks another blow, a slash coming at him across the ribs, and Nightwing stumbles. Listen, we gotta warn everyone now. The spores seem to be moving to stronger hosts. We need to warn every superpowered hero before they make the problem even worse. Back over at Kahndaq, Starfire and Donna are doing their best to hold off Black Adam, but Oracle warns them of the possibility of spores attacking. The two heroes look down as the spores begin to jump out of the mouths of the Kahndaq civilians and charge towards them. Whatever you do, don't get infected, or you could become the biggest problem that we have, Oracle shouts at them. But back in Washington, D.C., Amanda Waller's helicopter flies over the city, and she looks down to see the battle between the National Guard and the Beast People. She looks across at Dr. Hate. This is more than I was expecting, she notes, and he shrugs. If you wanted a more controlled global threat, you should have asked somebody else, because I'm working with the Lords of Chaos here, Waller. The helicopter touches down at the White House, and Waller orders Hate to stay in the vehicle. She and Peacemaker will go inside for their meeting with the president, asking him for the authority to take care of the situation. Waller, I'm not activating the Bureau of Sovereignty. The power you're requesting, the president begins to state, pointing out that Superman and the heroes can deal with this issue. I know how you feel about Superman and his team, but we're not dealing with the Justice League. They have stepped aside. I can save the world, I just need the authority to do so, she says, looking at the president. Do you really want the planet in the hands of a group of 20-somethings? Do you really want all life on Earth dependent on Titans and Nightwing? Back in Bloodhaven, Nightwing breaks the surface of the bay, gasping for air. He struggles up, one arm clutching the wound on his side as blood is seeping out. Is anyone else close? Can anyone reach me? He gasps over the comms. Nightwing, are you okay? What do you need? Barbara responds, and Nightwing pulls himself onto the shore, dropping the unconscious body of Wolf Batman down. I need a doctor, I need scientists, and I need a cage. The story then moves into Beast World Gotham, but we're only going to be covering the first story in here as it does continue what is going on. Nightwing looks down at Bruce. I've got Batman subdued, but I'm not sure for how long, Nightwing continues. But at that moment, Bruce's eyes snap open and he leaps up, growling at Nightwing before slashing at him. Bruce snarls, rushing away into the night. Oracle, I need backup! Batman's free! Nightwing shouts over the comms, but Oracle informs him that the other heroes are dealing with the beasts across the world. Nightwing acknowledges and follows after Bruce, informing Oracle that he's most likely going to the only place that makes sense to him on a primal level. But back in Gotham City, the beasts are attacking people on the streets, and Waylon Jones comes around the corner. Who do you think you are? Bargain in on Killer Croc's entire deal? Croc snaps as he rushes out, punching a polar bear person in the face. The bear then leaps at him. I ain't scared of no animal people, cause this town's only big enough for one of me. Croc says as he meets the new threat, throwing the monster to the ground, but the Spore and the Beast can sense that Croc is stronger, leaping out of that person's mouth and down Waylon's throat. Meanwhile, looters have begun to take advantage of the chaos, smashing in windows and stealing things. But there is something in the shadows, and the Bat-Wolf continues to protect his city on a primal level. Nightwing steers through the cluttered streets on his motorcycle, informing Oracle that he thinks he's closing in on Batman. But as he rounds a corner, he sees a massive crocodile beast tearing up the city. Did you find him? Oracle asks over the comms as Nightwing screeches to a stop. Not yet. First, I gotta drain a swamp, he says, and he revs the bike, roaring towards Croc, finally leaping off of it and sending it flying at the monster. But Croc turns, smacking the machine aside. Oracle, I'm gonna need, Starfire on this. Well, she's fighting Black Adam right now, Barbara informs him, and Nightwing sighs, leaping into the fight, smacking the monster with his shock sticks. Wait, is that you, Waylon? Did you transform into an actual Croc? Or are you an alligator? I still don't know the difference. Nightwing jokes. But Waylon knocks him aside, sending him flying into a car. As Croc moves in for the killing blow, a shadow falls over him. Gotham still has its protector. Wolf Batman leaps out of the night, slashing Croc across the face, knocking him away. Nightwing struggles to his feet, looking at his beast mentor. You still in there, Batman? The wolf looks at him, growling low, bringing a smile to Dick's face. Good enough for me. The two work together once again, leaping at Croc. Batman slashing the monster as Nightwing knocks him across the face, sending him into a nearby department store. Nightwing slips inside, finding Wolf Batman standing over the unconscious Croc, his claws at the monster's throat. But Dick holds up his hands. Okay, I don't care if you've turned into a dog or an alien or anything, you're still Batman, and Batman doesn't kill. The wolf stares at him for a moment before growling and rushing forward. Nightwing turns, leading Bruce on a chase through the store, and Bruce follows his nose, chasing Nightwing into the back room. But Nightwing leaps out of the shadows, using the store's power cords to shock Bruce and knock him unconscious. Shortly after, Nightwing gets back on the radio to Oracle. Dragged him to the Gotham Zoo and got what we needed to hold him, Nightwing tells her as he looks at the wolf in the cage. You think that'll hold him? We can't lose Batman in all of this madness, Barbara says, and Dick nods and smiles. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. No matter how feral Bruce gets at his heart, he's still a good boy. And the story of Beast World will be continuing right here at Comicstorian, so like and subscribe, and don't forget, this is to be continued.